Sometime soon, you might swab the inside of your cheek, send it to a lab, and get a neat little pie chart back telling you exactly who you are. It will say you are 100% human, but that piece of paper is lying to you because nobody is. For centuries, the story of human evolution was sold to us as a superhero movie. We thought Homo sapiens marched out of the primordial landscapes of Africa, outsmarted every other archaic hominin out there, and conquered the globe all by ourselves. We thought we were a pure, isolated species, but the saliva you just swabbed holds a terrifyingly cool secret. Locked deeply inside your DNA is the unmistakable footprint of an entity that literally does not exist. Look, we already know our ancestors got a little friendly with the neighbors. When early humans left Africa, they bumped into Neanderthals and Denisovans. And, well, they interbred. If you have European or Asian heritage, you are rocking about 1 to 2% Neanderthal DNA right now. But in 2020, computational biologists at UCLA looked at the genomes of modern West African populations, and they found a mathematical anomaly that broke the human family tree. Up to 19% of certain genetic segments didn't come from Neanderthals, they didn't come from Denisovans, and they didn't come from us. They came from a ghost species. And here's the kicker: Africa isn't the only place with ghosts. Deep learning algorithms have isolated two more unknown archaic groups in Eurasia, temporarily named EH1 and EH2. EH1 seems to have lived near northern India and interbred with the ancestors of East Asians and Andaman Islanders. Imagine that for a second. We're not just talking about one missing relative. We're talking about a world that 50,000 years ago looked like a real-life version of Lord of the Rings. Multiple different human-ish species living, hunting, and meeting in the shadows of the Himalayas and the jungles of Africa. We didn't just replace them, we absorbed their local superpowers. They are the true ghosts of history. Too hot to leave a bone, too old to leave a tool, but too important to be forgotten by ourselves. The intense heat and humidity of Africa dissolved their physical existence completely. They are the biological dark matter of human history. So, if there are no bones, how did we find them? Artificial intelligence. Think of your DNA like an ancient hard drive. Scientists trained neural networks to look for negative space fragments of code so wildly mutated, so unbelievably old that they couldn't possibly be human. The AI essentially performed an autopsy on a species that vanished up to 1 million years ago, entirely inside a computer. But how does an AI find something that isn't there? It's basically genomic archaeology. Scientists don't give the AI a ghost bone, they give it a puzzle with missing pieces. The AI runs millions of simulations of human history, migrations, births, deaths, and compares them to your DNA. When it sees a jagged, ancient block of code that doesn't fit any known simulation, the AI essentially says, "Hey, someone else was here." It's like finding a footprint in the mud when the animal itself has been extinct for 1 million years. We are identifying the shape of a species by the negative space it left in us. While we call them ghosts, paleoanthropologists have suspects. Some think these ghosts might be descendants of Homo heidelbergensis, or the mysterious small-brained Homo naledi that lived in South Africa. We have their bones, but we don't have their DNA yet. It's like having a suspect's photo but no fingerprints to match. You might be thinking, cool, ancient history. What does this have to do with me? Everything. You see, our ancestors didn't just mate with these species, they downloaded their evolutionary software. Tibetans can breathe easily at high altitudes because they hijacked a lung capacity gene from Denisovans. Do you have terrible allergies? You can blame the aggressive immune system genes we stole from Neanderthals. It's not all superpowers, though. Some of this ghost and archaic DNA is linked to how we struggle with modern life. Certain variants we inherited from these lost cousins are connected to how our bodies process sugar. Once a survival trait in a starving world, now a leading cause of type 2 diabetes in a world of fast food. Our ancestors survived the Ice Age, but they didn't prepare us for the donut shop. And remember that cheek swab from the beginning? Scientists found a specific gene called MUC7 in sub-Saharan African populations. It dictates how sticky your saliva is, acting as a trap for bacteria. That gene? It was gifted to us by a ghost species 150,000 years ago. You literally have ancient, unidentifiable ghost spit fighting off germs in your mouth right now. Think of it as an evolutionary haste. Evolution is lazy. It doesn't like to reinvent the wheel. If a ghost species spent a million years perfecting a gene to fight a specific tropical virus, our ancestors didn't wait to evolve their own version. They just borrowed it. This is called adaptive introgression. We hijacked their hard-earned patents, from the way your body handles sugar to the way your skin reacts to sunlight. You're running on a patchwork of pirated software from species that didn't make it, but their code was too good to let die. You're not just a person, you're a curated collection of humanity's greatest survival hits. Now, not every scientist agrees. Some think there were no ghosts at all. They propose a weakly structured STEM model, which is a fancy way of saying early humans in Africa were just really spread out, like families living in different cities who only met once every 1,000 years. This constant mixing and matching could look like ghost DNA to a computer. But whether it was a distinct ghost species or a very messy, long-distance relationship between human groups, the result is the same. We are a mosaic, a biological melting pot. We need to stop looking at evolution as a single tree. It's a tangled, messy vine. The idea of biological purity is a myth. Our evolutionary superpower wasn't wiping out our rivals. It was absorbing them. To be 100% human is an evolutionary impossibility. Your genome is a living graveyard. You are a walking reliquary carrying the genetic ghost of our long-lost cousins into the future. You are a hybrid, a mosaic. You are not 100% human. And that is exactly why you are still alive.